Hey, how was Italy?
It was good. It was great to visit your homeland and really experience all the culture.
Did my people treat you well?
Have you ever been to Italy?
No, never in my life. I'm glad you liked it though. That's fun.
I'm excited to be back here at the shelf. Episode 3 already, somehow.
I'm hoping because you've just gone to Italy, you're gonna bring us Righteous Kill. It's also 10:07 a.m. on a Sunday, so I'm desperately trying to avoid drinking at this point.
Today, I'm going to predict we get pig, but I think it's your time to be right.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. It's Buffalo 66. I said that last video. I think I said it video 1. It's gonna be it today.
All right, here we go. And it is... Oh, fuck, it's Chicago. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We said we were gonna do it. We have to do it.
You don't really drink anymore, right?
I haven't had more than 2 drinks in one sitting in about 4 months.
Oh, that's not good.
So we're gonna see if I survive this. I wrote some cruel rules, so at least we're getting mine out early. Let's get some booze. This is 2002 Chicago, Best Picture winner, a controversial Best Picture winner.
Why was it controversial?
I don't even know it was contending. I just remember there being some discourse years later about like, should Chicago have won in 2002? Regardless, the Oscars are bullshit, and this movie slaps. I am a notorious musical guy. This is one of my favorite musicals. I love a lot of the surreal elements of it, and you and I watched La La Land together in theaters where I watched you break down like a little baby boy. Yeah, and I feel like that might be the last musical we watched together.
Probably. Movies that were in the first 2 episodes I had already seen, and I have not seen this. Now you are the expert.
I haven't watched this movie in, man, it has to be 4 or 5 years, and I didn't rewatch it to make a good drinking game. So I went straight off memory, off the rules for mine. Steven, what are we drinking here today?
I got some Busch Light, and then I have some Members Mark spiced rum shooters for any potential shots.
I have a Kiel Mace, which is an Argentinian beer that I bought for the World Cup final. Here it is in a nice Dunkin' Donuts koozie. And then I have some Don Julio Blanco tequila in case I want to get frisky and die.
Your drink selection is much more refined. I'm putting in straight diesel into the old system over here.
You're proving that you live in the Midwest.
Put good in, get good out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of putting good in, you're going to be taking quite a few shots because we're going to take a shot every time John C. Reilly enters the scene. He's pretty much the entire reason I picked this movie. So,
but if it's more than like 3 times, it's going to be a problem.
So the problem is I don't remember how many times he's in it. I remember he's a small character. I just don't know how small.
Oh, Lord.
We're going to take a sip at every musical number.
Okay, that seems fair.
Every time somebody dies or is mentioned to have died off screen, we're going to take a sip. A lot of death in this movie.
Okay.
If the movie goes black and white, finish your drink.
The movie goes black or white, finish your drink. Okay.
No, black and white, not black or white.
That'd be a sick color grade. It's just all white.
Yeah, all black, all white. And because, like I said, I haven't watched this in 4 or 5 years, I don't remember if this is even mentioned, but it does take place in, I believe, the 1920s. So if there's any mention of prohibition, we have to finish our drinks because nobody can see us drinking.
This is a pretty aggressive drinking
Oh
game,
yeah,
right?
I said it was gonna be painful. I don't know the nuances enough to throw enough sips in there, so we have to make it up with the heavy hitters.
Clock in the work, baby.
Oh man. And all that jazz. I'm also watching this again at 10 a.m., so it's broad daylight. I can't see shit in the darks on this.
I'm already like sweating through my shirt.
We had to do a sweat check. Oh, this is a musical number.
So that's okay. I hope we don't have anything planned for the rest of the day.
I was supposed to see Spider-Man after this.
Whoa, that mirror shot
that's
is
a great shot.
nutty.
Hey! One of the most iconic opening musical songs. Oh, I'm so pumped we did this. You know what? Bring it on. More musical numbers. Give me all the John C. Reilly.
I can't tell you how hard I'm rooting to not see John C. Reilly.
Wow, I didn't realize that the editing of this movie is really excellent.
I think that's probably the only thing that unites movies that win Best Picture is the editing is typically always pretty damn good.
How far are you in the best movie watching?
Like 52 and 95, I think.
Holy shit, wow, good for you.
So this will add to my list.
Does that count?
What?
Was that John C. Reilly?
Where?
In the picture?
I didn't see him.
Oh man, watching this in the daylight, I gotta take a picture to show you what I'm seeing. I just realized I forgot to hold my mic.
Where's your mic been?
It's been on the couch. Good thing I have the second lav on. I've just been too excited. I was dancing and jamming.
Wake up, kiddo. You ain't never gonna have an act.
Jesus, Ted.
I love 20s talk.
I'm just a furniture salesman, and you're telling me you want to be a big star? I'm just trying to sell a chair.
I could have been somebody. I could have operated a real hand car wash.
Oh.
Oh, drink.
Oh, yeah.
She's kind of a dead shot, though. You gotta give it to her.
Where did you get the murder weapon? I keep a gun in the underwear drawer.
I got bad news for you.
Oh, fuck. Dude, you should show up. You're an idiot. Oh, no. no.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. I'm gonna be real sad, my friend.
Brian, tell me, how much does he show up in this movie?
Yeah, I told you I haven't watched this movie in like 4 years. I don't know.
We're fucked.
Salud. 3, 2, 1. John. Oh.
And all that jazz.
I'm gonna disintegrate today.
Ooh, that harsh rim light.
And listen to that musical number start.
For her first number, Miss Roxy Hart.
Oh, I'm already in pain.
All these movies that are musicals of people wanting to be in the spotlight. A lot of the time, they're like, oh, I want to be up there. But then that lifestyle is just hell. I'm like, why do these people want this?
This movie's perfect for you then. What I love about musicals so much is they get the freedom to really play around with great sets and lighting and costumes and everything. It's the same reason why period pieces always win awards for costumes, because it's like, well, they really get to express themselves.
They really get away with the lighting. You know, like period pieces, you know, there's the cool costume and stuff, but musicals themselves, when they're on the stage and just the whole ethereal nature of like performance and whatnot, I think it's amazing how many quality movies John C. Reilly is in. He'll just show up in like Oscar-winning movies, and he'll just do Talladega Nights.
I know a lot of people might think he's goofy, but he's also the same thing as Nicolas Cage. Like, you can just do everything because they have such an eccentric acting style.
Well, I mean, Nick Cage, I think, is one of a kind. He's out there.
Yeah, but you know how you could put him in any role? I think Nick Cage definitely pulls a whole new element, but I do think... Is this another fucking musical number? I think it is. Or is it just the score? I don't know. We'll wait for lyrics.
Oh, okay. I was about to drink.
District Attorney Harrison says this is a hanging case. I'm ready to go to the jury tomorrow.
What do you mean hanging? What do you mean hanging?
What do you mean hanging? Are they in Gotham City?
Gotham's lost its way.
Put out that cigarette.
Surprised they would stop people from smoking. It's like their American right in 1920.
Oh. This is definitely, but not yet. We gotta wait for lyrics.
Ask any of the
Okay, now we drink.
when you're good to mama.
Would you be good to mama?
Would I?
Just an honest question, would you?
Always.
Call her mama.
Hey, pretty demanding over there. One shot deep, all right? Who is this actress? I have no idea who this is.
What's Reese Witherspoon?
No, it's not.
Renee Zellweger.
Oh.
She's in B-Movie.
She's in both of the landmines. What an absolute
Yeah, that's
queen.
great. Oh, drink. Get your drink in early. Cicero.
I'm glad there's captions. Kind of confused.
Oh, don't worry. I know all the words for you. This is such a fucking good musical number.
Dude, those cell bars.
They look great.
I don't like the squish. I'm boycotting squish.
And not lip shits.
Yeah. I don't know about how I feel about that one.
He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. This is one of the best exposition dumps ever. You're about to get 6 vignettes of exposition.
Some guys just can't hold their arsenic.
Oh, we're gonna have to drink 6 times. Drink for the first one and that one, because it's every time someone's mentioned dead as well.
I feel like you're just kind of bullshitting your way through
No,
it at this
I
point.
said that at the beginning. It's literally in writing every time someone dies or is mentioned dead.
So I'm just drinking at this point. I'm not
You're drinking every time a new woman talks.
Hunyak, speaking Hungarian.
Orson Welles would be disgusted right now. This movie is exactly why I don't consider Hamilton to be a good movie.
That's not a movie. They just did it on stage and recorded it. I don't think that counts as a movie. It's a great musical.
I think it's such a perfect musical in terms of culture that you got the stage recording of it. It looks great. People think it's a movie. Why push it more?
Keep your paws off my underwear, okay?
Keep your filthy paws off my silky drawers. Grease is the greatest musical of all time.
I'm really surprised you didn't put Grease on our list.
I have to do a real video essay on it. Every time I think about it, it is so much better than it gets credit for.
My parents love Grease, so I grew up in a household that already had a lot of respect for it.
It gets remembered, but in a different way, because it's like, oh, it's John Travolta playing a high schooler, oh, they all look old and all that. But I think it is fundamentally an amazing movie, beyond just the musical scope. But that's a video essay in itself.
Dude, there should be a musical version of Shawshank.
This is that.
I just love to put my producer hat on and to spew like a nonsense like buzzword statement and be like, oh yeah.
I want Chicago if it met heat and had a child with Wet Hot American Summer.
I want La La Land set in Detroit.
Cabaret meets Deadliest Catch.
I would watch the hell out. I love Deadliest Catch. There should be a Deadliest
Imagine a bunch of
Catch
dudes at a
musical.
Deadliest Catch musical. Dude, that'd be
Hell
so
yeah.
sick.
Every girl in this place would kill to have Billy Flynn represented.
Nope. Let's drink for Billy, huh?
Rip. You know, you always see those posts about like men's style going downhill. And I see like that outfit, it just looks itchy and hot as hell.
I mean, part of me looks at suits and I'm like, you know, this looks so sick. Like this.
Oh yeah,
He looks.
yeah. Jacket is sick as hell.
But the problem is, like, there are maybe 4 days a year where you could wear that and be comfortable.
Oh, well, I was hoping that you might represent me.
You got $5,000?
Mr. Flynn.
I know why he's so expensive. He's Flynn. He's the original Flynn.
Am I still to create the perfect system?
Yeah, if you got $5,000.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, pause it.
Look at his little face. I would have paused it on John sitting there so innocently. He doesn't know what he's done. There's only one shot in my B movie one because we'll be drinking a lot.
That's the thing. I didn't put in a lot of sips.
Yeah, but shots is where you get you on the drinking games, man. That's where you get screwed.
However, though, I mean, you know this because you know I'm a little baby boy. My stomach can't handle beer for that long.
It's shots that mess me up, but I can drink like 20 beers and be fine.
No, you can drink whatever you want and be fine. Don't try to make yourself sound different.
No. Shots don't sit well in the old caboose.
It's so strange. If I take like 14 to 15 shots, I don't feel good the next day.
I know. It's like if I have 15 beers and 2 shots, I'm like, oh my god, shots really push me over the edge.
3, 2, 1, John.
Shiver there.
I have tortilla chips with me. It's the only thing that's kind of helping.
I haven't eaten anything today other than a single pancake.
All I've had is a large cold brew from Boo Bottle. So not only am I fucking shaking, I'm already yoinked, dude. That touched my palate, and I went back to college.
Oh, that's a sick desk.
Is this Tommy Shelby's house?
Most men would let a dame like that swing, but no. You're sticking by her.
Now, question. Is Dame offensive?
I think it's just outdated. It's in the same class as Lass.
Or Chick?
No, Chick is offensive. Chick is...
Oh, is it really?
Not offensive, but it's like, it's what, you know, young boys call women.
There's only one person in my life that says Chick. My dad.
Oh.
He'll go to like Walgreens. He'd be like, the chick at the photo counter really couldn't find my pictures.
You know what my dad says? That stupid broad behind the counter couldn't find my fucking photos. Go back, I didn't hear that scene at all.
But you don't have $5,000. So I figure you're
This is a good lawyer.
This is why people don't like lawyers. They're portrayed in movies so poorly.
I'm real sorry, Mr. Flynn.
I like how you already opened the book.
He like already put on his headset and booted up Fortnite is essentially what he did right there. He's already strip mining in Minecraft, just ignoring him. Had to translate that for today's youth, you know. I will say having subtitles on has been good for me on this watch through as well. I feel like I've just been reading the whole time.
I feel like we've honestly barely watched this movie at all.
I think musicals are interesting where like the overall vibe is more important than like the tight plot, because every emotion, every plot point is highlighted with a musical number or something that's like surreal, that like you know the vibe of the movie even if the movie was muted. You can just tell by the lighting and by the moments and the pacing exactly what's happening.
But see, it works. Too many musicals try to forget that they're musical. This movie's like, fuck it, we'll just put the musical numbers in fake sets that you can recognize are just there for the metaphor, and it works.
Oh wow, yeah. This I have no complaints with this movie so far. It's cooking with gas. Oh, news on the march.
News on the march. Oh, it's black and white. Finish your drink. Holy shit.
Oh fuck.
What timing? That was the bare end. I saved myself.
That was a sick shot on the reflection. Damn.
Oh yeah. Also, drink.
Cinematographer is cooking with gas. I need to look up the crew on this movie.
Sweet, Amos.
Oh fuck.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
How do I say yeah?
These are
Does that count?
flashbacks.
I love people just standing in like a void. You know,
Abyss.
those shots
I know, you
go
love
so
the Abyss.
far. I do love the Abyss. I'm ready for it, man. Oh, this is fire. Wow. Oh, that was sick.
Too clean.
I know they're looking for my notes, but yeah, I have no notes. Did she dye her hair?
I don't remember. To be honest, I'm trying not to fall asleep.
Brian, it's 11:30 in the morning.
It's perfect nap time.
So Brian, what'd you do today? Well, I woke up, I watched a movie, I did 3 to 4 shots, and I went to bed. No, we should bring back
You know, I do guess this. Sorry, you go.
print journalism. All right, Doug, you go.
I agree. Like, this is a hot take. Wait, this is such a hot take. I don't even know if I actually believe this, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Those are the best hot takes. They're just like they're just hot for the sake of being hot.
I would pay for a device that was like a newspaper. If it felt like a newspaper, but it had a Kindle-esque screen, and I got news delivered. Fuck, musical number. You got to drink.
Can you roll it up like a newspaper?
Yeah, and you can kill flies with it too, dude. It's
it's like a really fancy OLED foldable screen. You can just smack.
It's an OLED scroll.
She'd say, what's your sister like? I'd say, man. She'd say,
I love the delayed laugh. That means you thought about it for a second and then still laugh.
That's a real-time speed test of my brain.
The latency over there is something else, man. Do you say caramel or caramel?
Caramel. There's 2 A's.
I say caramel. I also say exit, so you know. At least I don't say big.
That is true. Hey Tyler, I know you're watching this.
That was for
Fuck
Tyler.
you. Fuck you.
Eat shit.
Hard dolly-ins like this, some of my favorite.
Dollies don't get enough use, man.
It's really sad, but I actually think most camera language is dying.
Steady cams are killing it.
Yeah, Steadicams are killing it, but zooms are out. Zooms have been out for a while. I think zooms are one of the most beautiful visual techniques that you can utilize.
I watched All the President's Men the other day, and they're just dollying.
You watched it without me?
Oh, was that I supposed to wait? Was that the one I was supposed to wait for you?
Somebody's wait. Are these 3 deaths? Hold on. Oh, cold-blooded.
Yeah,
3 deaths, 3 sips. The thing is, we have. I know for a fact, at least 1 more shot, maybe 2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. That's not good.
Oh, I love that. I love that
sick.
moment.
That was so
yeah,
dope.
it's the end. Not enough movies do this now, dude. Not enough movies these days is willing to just throw a shot in there for emotional sake.
Even with movies like With Everything Everywhere All at Once, although it's heavily stylized and very well done, it is not as stylized as this movie. And I know that's maybe a hot take.
If I can drink musical number, if I can distill it down to a way too oversimplified version, movies are either too real now or they're too fake. They're either a CGI plot to save the entire universe so time will stop and every living being will die, or they're so grounded in the smallest little like insignificant moment that they refuse to integrate any sort of like weird out there type imagery.
No, I think that's fair.
Oh, pause.
Oh, shit.
Am I sweating yet? No. Okay. Should we do this?
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
That one was worse.
That was the worst one?
Oh, that one hurt.
Ooh, yeah, I'm starting to feel it. I'm getting a little loose.
That one hurt a lot. This ruined my day.
A John C. Reilly musical number. I really did not expect that. It's impressive how, like, well-rounded of an actor he actually is.
But this is what I'm saying. People, they disrespect him because he's like a goofy guy in terms of his line reads, you know, and he looks a little quirky.
I think it's important that he's not conventionally, like, just hot, because when you're Brad Pitt, there almost has to be a conceit of, okay, why is this guy so good looking?
I feel like though, even like the not so good looking actors who are still, you know, decent looking, not ugly human beings are so much better looking. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
Like Barry Keoghan is what some people would consider to be like not a good looking actor, and that dude is still yoked and like a good looking guy.
Yeah, you watch like a Western that has John Wayne in it. Every other person who's not John Wayne looks like hell. I just gotta say, it's crazy that I'm like buzzed and I just looked at the clock and it's 2 in the afternoon.
There's no such thing as time.
Time is a social construct, my friend. You know what movie I associate with you, although we have never talked about it ever?
What?
My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, dude, I've been meaning to watch that because I want to show Valentina. She hasn't seen it.
I associate that movie with you, but we've never chatted.
This is scripture. This is one of the most important musical songs of all time. Oh, we got a drink in case you forgot.
I've also reached that point where I'm just drinking without nothing happening. I'm just drinking.
Is it that you don't get away with this in normal narratives, or a lot of filmmakers don't attempt to do this in normal narratives because it just feels too jarring?
Too jarring. You can't do this in not a musical. The audience needs to be expecting an element of surrealism for you even to do it. And when people see a musical, they're kind of expecting it. You could argue that this movie did set it up from the beginning. They're like, okay, we will do this. And like a typical narrative could try that.
But I feel like that's all it takes. I just feel like that's why I'm saying I don't think a lot of filmmakers nowadays, or I actually don't think that's fair. I don't think a lot of executives nowadays allow for this.
Intercutting a huge stage performance with a real court for like moment is insane and so well done.
I think just more of film has gotten less surreal unless its whole intention is being surreal. We don't see it as much like intermittently cut in between a normal movie as we might have, you know, oh, somebody's referred to as dead. That's a drink because of the photos of them. Oh, that does not count. I don't care. That does not fucking count.
He's about to say something. He's hitting the stand, dude.
No. Fuck! I'm gonna get grumpy!
You can't keep getting away with this. Cheers, John.
Cheers, John. 3, 2, 1. Reilly.
Razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle.
Where does this musical rank for you?
All time?
Yeah.
I have a list. It goes Grease, Singing in the Rain, West Side Story, Chicago, The Sound of Music.
That's fair.
West Side Story is as good as it gets.
And I'm assuming you mean the Steven Spielberg version, right?
Yeah, 100%, dude. Ansel Elgort is a hero. He's done nothing wrong ever. They call him the baby driver.
Where's La La Land in like your top 10? Is it like 8?
That's 6. But I also have a weird pick. I mean, 7 for me is Wedding Singer because I love that musical. 8 is Mamma Mia 2 after
Hell
you and
yeah,
I got
brother.
hammered.
Hell yeah.
But that's a
Hell
legacy
yeah.
pick after we got yoinked with the casino at Cinemark.
Dude, look at those old cameras, man.
I want one of those.
Do you think we could buy one of those?
Yeah, 100%.
We should buy one. I want to shoot a YouTube video on a crank film camera.
That would be insane. Do you know how much that would cost you?
At least
Subscribe if you would
$20.
like to see that happen. Oh, drink. Hey, no mention of Prohibition.
Have we just missed that, or has there really been no mentions of it?
There's been no mentions. It was a miss. Oh, and it's an audition. This whole movie's
fuck.
so good.
Fuck. So typically I hate when movies do, oh yeah, this was all just a dream, or this was all just a fantasy. But this makes so much sense, and I really like it.
Well, it
makes
works.
so much sense.
The whole movie builds to this, and then it pays off. I shot in this bar one time. This was my first ever film that I worked on in film school.
In this bar?
Yeah, I remember this so clearly.
Really?
We shot a film about a comedian that was struggling to make it as a stand-up comic. I remember this so clearly because in the first day of shooting, the assistant director backed into one of those yellow traffic poles and absolutely put a V in her trunk. You're gonna love this.
Let's all go. Oh. Fuck
Yeah.
the fucking.
Dude, look at all those bulbs.
Dude, like half of them burnt out.
But it looks good even with the burnt out ones. Like it looks.
Oh yeah, no, it feels better with the burnt out ones. If Hot Strike hits 100K, we'll do this in real life.
Choreography perfect, 100%.
Fuck yeah, I would do this. I would do this for real, and then I'd shoot you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I fucking execute the shit out of you. The cinematography of this movie has been perfect.
Editing is so you can mess this movie up hard in the edit. They've done so well, and the sound design to accompany it with the music and then the flashes. Technically, the movie is firing on all cylinders. Oh, does this end with a musical number?
Of course. All right, we didn't do that bad with John C. Reilly.
4 shots is not too bad.
How does this rate for you?
A lot of the Best Picture winners are not very good, which is weird to say because you would think the movie who wins Best Picture is the best movie of that year. But for a lot of reasons, the Academy does not, I think, often pick the best movie of that year. And this is by far and away one of the best Picture winners I've watched. It's in the top 25% easily. Stylistically, it's well done. Acting is good. Cinematography is good. The pacing is good. Editing is amazing.
To go back to your Best Picture point, I think part of what it is the fact that you're only ever really comparing it to the movies in that year and never looking at it as a bigger like Best Picture competition as a whole. I mean, we have a list. We have a list for every movie that you and I have watched together. It's hard for us to rate movies now because we watch a movie and our perception of how we watch movies has changed so dramatically that the way that we rate movies now is so differently, but we're still trying to put those up against movies that we rated differently when we watched them 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And it's hard to keep all of that in line and make it feel like everything that in our list the top 10 deserves to be in the top 10. I think we've done a good job of making sure that like the movies that we rate highly throughout time are movies that deserve to be up there. But I can't understand why like this might have been a controversial pick at the time because who knows what else came out that year.
Gangs of New York, The Hours, The Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and The Pianist were the other nominees.
Oh,
You
back
know,
when there were 5 noms.
Yeah, back when there was significantly less noms, half the noms.
I'm sorry, Roman Polanski shouldn't get a Best Picture nom. Let's count that one out right now.
I love Chinatown back in the day with Roman Polanski, but like obviously what he has done makes the fact that he was even nominated weird. I would say it's tied with Gangs of New York. It could have gone either way for me on that one, so I don't think anything was snubbed this year.
I think we're at the point in Hollywood where musicals might be the most difficult genre to pull off. I don't know if that's entirely fair to say, but I think because musicals were so instrumental in the transition from the stage to Hollywood, that at this point there are so many musicals that it is so hard to capture a musical that actively feels like it is both inventing something new and hitting all of the best parts of the genre as we know it in the course of film history.
I think that's fair. I think genre is something that's often forgot about in modern movie making. I think people just group in everything together as a movie.
Yep.
And so having something that actually feels like a genre picture win Best Picture, I think is important and would love to see going forward.
I mean, I'm hoping we see a resurgence of genre movies.
I do want to hear your out of 10 rating for Chicago, my guy.
No doubt in my mind, 888.
888?
8's across the board.
For me, it is like 8.35.
Okay. All musicals to me pretty much get like a half point bump. In my eyes, it is harder to do a musical than most movies because of the synchronization needed. And this hits every point of a musical that you can want.
There's no department of this movie that lacked at all. And yeah, sure, I gave it an 8.35, but people would be like, oh yeah, why is it not a 10? You've said nothing bad about the movie. For me, like if it's gonna be a 10 out of 10, it gotta be like the best movie ever. The historical significance has to be insane. You don't hear about people talking about Chicago all the time. But for musicals, I think it's an important touchstone, and I would love to see something in the near future of a realm like this. I think it's all good.
All right, Steven.
Brian, you go relax, my guy. It's too early for you to be drinking too much.
I had it coming.
He had it coming.